Right, so it's been about 2 months since the Paragon monkeys have been in the game already, and with this one update, we have two, and already by the second day, I realized that these things aren't as cool as many people thought they were, and honestly as well, I did not have much high expectations coming into it, which can also be seen as my first thoughts video way back when I first saw it. So before I get into why I think these are bad and not a very good addition to Btd6, let's get into some stats. So the first stat that we see is rate versus degree, and this basically points out that you need a high degree on the Paragon to get a good attack speed. And then we have pierce versus degree. I don't know why this really goes up. 200 pierce is quite a lot, but the higher the degree, you get more pierce. The damage versus degree goes up, and as you can see already, this damage is quite low. Even though that it shoots a lot of projectiles, it's not very high, and then this is where it kind of starts to take a wrong turn. Additional damage for normal boss degree, and as you can see, this is really high. It's like 5 times higher than the normal damage, and it's even higher for elite mode. So basically, these towers are specialized only towards bosses, and this was found by a Reddit user, Epic Alex, so thanks for that. So basically, what you conclude from looking at the stats is that these are kind of only made to be used for bosses, and other than that, they really have no purpose, and they're quite bad. You'll see that from tests later on. And also something that I really don't like is that how annoying they are to use. Even though their practicality is pretty bad outside of bosses, if you just want to set them up just for fun and see how they work, you're going to have to place a lot of dart monkeys or boomerangs and then slowly level them up, which is quite annoying to do, to be honest, and this is only just to get a higher degree to make it more powerful. Also, something rather annoying about the degree system is that you can't even get a max level Paragon in a normal game, and it has to be done in co-op mode. Now, this was asked in a blog by Ninja Kiwi, and they said that they did this because they wanted to make it more co-op oriented, which honestly, I have no idea why, because this thing is a master of lag, even worse than the lag master ninja, so why are you supposed to be using this in co-op mode? Other than these complaints about using them for a normal game, let's look at how they do for the bosses. And, well, they're quite OP. So even though we only have 2, you can use the full disposal of 2 in the bosses, and they make the game mode kind of unfun, in my opinion, eventually, because you realize that if you just get a Paragon, you can cruise through the Tier 3, Tier 4 Elite Bloonarius, then get another one at a higher degree, and it kind of just wins. I would like to express how uncreative some of the events are and how they could be improved in a later time, but let's push that aside for another video. And now we're going to be looking at basically the power of these Paragons. So this is a degree 38, even though it's not very high. As you can see, for a reasonably mid-tier degree, which by the way the max for this is 79 in solo, so basically this is in the middle, it's struggling hard, and even on round 50 it's going to die. And the worst thing about this is that you actually cannot support this. So now I'm going to be going on to the VTSG. This is just a plain VTSG, same map, same round, and same balloons that are being sent out. You can buff this guy. And before you say that, oh, this is more expensive, well, in free play, price does not matter, because you'll literally have like $10 million. So even without any buffs besides the camo and the drums, this guy's just obliterating. And remember when we looked at the stats before, how much damage this guy does, the Paragon does? Well, basically you can see now it's pretty much nothing, and it's getting severely destroyed even with a tower that is made for late game without any buffs. And you can buff the VTSG all you want, and he's going to be pretty good, but you can't do that with the Paragon. So it really has no place in free play, which means that the Paragons are just overall pretty annoying and lazy to use. Definitely fun to use, and you can make some good challenges out of them, but I really don't have any enjoy playing with them anymore after even 1 week or so with them in the game. Now, if you ask me how I would improve these and make these better for the game, there are really 3 points that come into mind. First is usability. Basically not make this guy laggy as hell. It's shooting darts, or if it's the boomerang one too, it's shooting boomerangs everywhere. Too many projectiles, and for lower capability devices, it's just not a good time. The second one is accessibility. It's way too expensive and too oriented towards certain game modes, and even though it's oriented towards free play, it's not good at that at all. So it needs to get that bumped up, and you should be able to use it in different places more often. The third and last one is creativity. Basically allow this guy to be used in more places, such as make challenges that can orient around it, or maybe even Odyssey that would utilize the Paragon well for a cool challenge. Right now, it's just too limited, not creative enough, and it's hard to get and annoying to build. So I would like to hear what you think about the Paragons and how you might improve them, or if you like them. That being said, good night and have a nice day.